Well, hello there, everyone. It is Tuesday, June the 7th. Yes, in the year 2022. Hopefully, this finds you all fantastic. I've been having fun this morning, just typing some stuff up on WhatsApp for my two buddies, Helicopter Pilot Caleb and Millennial Mike. I'm just bouncing ideas off them, trying to get some feedback. So I'm going to do the same thing with you. But at the same time, let's talk a little bit about goals, setting goals, okay? And remember, as always, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor, etc., etc. I'm mazske, sharing life stories, adventures, experiences, etc., etc., etc. And I'm having fun in this game of life. So anyway, never take me too seriously on here, but at the same time, if you look at what I've done, Maske's been low paid all his life, and yet he's daggone almost a multi-millionaire. How did Maskey do it? How did he do it? All the while trying to stay ethical and honest in everything he does. How did he do it? All right, so anyway, we'll get on with that. Setting goals, setting goals, setting goals. All right, something I think I've talked about so much stuff, I lose track. I know I've talked about Kiawe on my channel several times. There's two talks I did with Millennial Mike on Kiawe. They've gotten a lot of views. They might be leading my channel in views for, not counting my turtle video. I got a tortoise video that has like 1.8 thousand views. Go figure. My educational ones don't get views. My tortoise one gets over almost 2,000 views. So anyway, with Kiawe, my contact there, he has watched my channel. I think he's going to subscribe to it, and he may join me on my channel sometime. So I'm just brainstorming here. Maybe we could do a live session. We could set it up. Maybe him and I could do a live session where you, as the audience, if you want to ask him questions, you could do it. So we'll see. It's something to think about. Or if not, if we don't do a live session, maybe him and I could just we'll chit chat. Maybe I'll ask him questions. Maybe he can explain what they offer, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, with setting goals, do what you can to set goals. Set daily goals, set short-term goals, weekly, monthly, annual goals. Look at your family, look at your household life. Are you single and 22 years old? Are you married and 40 with two teenagers? You know, we're all different. We're all different. So set goals with your life. Try to write them down. Try to write them down. Try to verbalize them to somebody. If you have somebody you can verbalize them to. Sometimes we may not want to verbalize them to our spouse or our family for whatever reason. We want to keep them inside, internal. I was like that for a lot of time, but I would always talk to my spouse about my goals. But now with my YouTube channel, I'm intentionally telling you some of my goals because I am now verbalizing and putting it out there. And you can look back. If I say in 18 months I want to do such and such, and 18 months from now, you can say, Maskey, you didn't do this. Or I can say, look back, I said 18 months I want to do such and such, but I did it in 12. Or it took me 24 or whatever. But it's a way to measure progress. I guess, yeah, measure. It's like checking your net worth. It's just a way to measure progress. It's a tool. So when you set goals, challenge yourself. Don't set easy goals. Challenge yourself. I have a recent goal, like a lot of Americans, of losing a few pounds. And if you look at me, if you've met me, you're going to say, well, Maskey, you're not fat. I'm not. I am not per se. I fall in the normal range for weight. Okay, I'm not overweight. Nothing like that. Neither is my spouse. But at the same time, if you look at me, say in the mirror, if I look at myself, I got my handles down there just a tad bit. I got a little bit of pot belly, just a tad bit, not a lot, but a little bit. So, and I look at my weight. When I was 19, 20 years old, I was in the Navy, and I remember being in Panama. And I was probably, when I joined the Navy, I might have been 125 pounds, 125, 130. And I remember one time, I made a lot of friends there. We were partiers quite a bit. A buddy of mine, he was older than me. He was a chief. I was probably an E5. His wife had left and gone back to the States for something for a month. So I was spending a lot of time at his house. And we were just drinking a lot of beer. And when she came back, she saw me and she was like, Maskey, you got fat while I was gone. Because I got a beer gut. Because, both of us, me and the other guy, we were both runners. But I think we kind of partied too much. And I was at the age, I was in my early 20s, and your metabolism starts slowing down as you get older. It happens. It happens to everybody. No matter who you are, at some age, it'll happen. So anyway, with that being said, I now, as the years have gone on, my weight has creeped up just a bit. I remember when I first hit 150. I was like, well, I'm a grown man now, hit 150. And I remember then I hit 170. And that wasn't that long ago, a couple years ago. And I was like, what in the world? Where did this come from? It's not like I've picked up a lot of mass up here. So I now have a goal. I got my smart scale now that connects to this phone. And I weighed myself this morning I weighed myself yesterday when it came in. I weighed myself this morning when I got up, prior to eating anything or drinking anything. And I was I've been trying to change my diet here in the past 2 weeks. And I've been exercising more in the past 2 weeks. I was at exactly 162 pounds. Okay? That's good. My short-term goal, I don't know what my long-term goal is with this. My short-term goal is to get my weight to 155. Okay? I think at 155, that's 7 pounds less. It's less strain, less wear and tear on my knees, my joints, my back. And if I can just maintain that without killing myself, without starving myself, without being an exercise fiend, if I can just maintain that for the next 20, 30 years, life is good. Life is good. So anyway, do it yourself with finances. I set a goal a month or 2 or 3 ago of positive cash flow. I verbalized it on my channel. I'd like to get to $25,000 a month in positive cash flow. That means after all of my expenses. Now, I might not be putting that money in my pocket. That money might be going to pay some bills and whatnot, but it might be going to buy another rental house or to buy another acre of mineral rights or to do whatever. But that number may overwhelm you. You may be thinking, Mazske, you're a big dog. We can't do that. We're the little guys. I was a little guy. I bought my first rental property in January of 2017. Okay? Up until that time, I was just a normal working class American. Maybe not living paycheck to paycheck because I saved money and I had my stocks and I had that. I was a little better than the average American, I guess. But still, nothing special about me in regards to finances. And then I bought that first rental property. And by December of 2017, almost a year apart, I bought my second. But lo and behold, within a total of 3 years, 11 months, so say 4 years, I had 25 rental units. Okay? When I look back on that, it's like, how did I do that? But I know how I did it. And I always say, if I can do it, so can you. So can you. I look at my mastermind group, and there's, I don't know, we add to it periodically. You have newbies in there with 1. You have newbies in there with 0. You have me in there. You have Dom in there. Dom's been on my channel. He's up to like 57 or 58, whatever he has. Millennial Mike's in there. Helicopter Polycale is in there. Helicopter Polycale, we got to get him back on this channel. He is knocking it out of the park. He's up, I don't know what he's up to. Helicopter Pilot, what do you got, 19, 20? Where you at right now? Come back on my channel. Let's share your story again of how you've done this. You're in your 20s still, right? You're young. You're young. You could be in the bigger pockets realm because you're just exploding with how you're doing things. And if you can do it, you're not like a multi-millionaire. You didn't come from a silver spoon. How are you doing it? I know how you're doing it, but the folks watching, the other folks in my mastermind group, it's up to you. It's up to all of us. You have to want it. And until you start experiencing it, you perhaps, because I was this way, until you start experiencing it, you just don't know exactly what it is you want. Okay? But when you start growing your real estate portfolio, Millennial Mike is almost there. I think he has 8, I think. He's on the cusp where it will start changing things. And if you look, like when I look at what I'm doing now, it's like, how am I saying I want $25,000 a month? How is that even possible? But it is possible for all of us. If you're out there and you're just bought your first, or you're trying to buy your first, keep plugging away. Keep plugging away. Find a good deal. Don't buy a bad deal. Don't make a mistake and just jump in and buy a bad deal. But get started. The hardest part is getting started. It's a struggle. So many people just struggle. They can't find the right market. They can't find the good deal. They can't get the down payment. They struggle. Or they get stuck. They get 2 or 3 or 4 properties and they get stuck. But where there's a will, there's a way. And sometimes folks get that bug early on and they figure out the game. Other times it takes longer because we're all different. And maybe you're that person, you're struggling to get your first. Maybe you're that person, you're stuck with 4. Buckle down. Keep plugging away. Don't give up. Never give up. Because we all hit bumps in the road. Okay? We all hit bumps. But you got to keep going. You got to pick yourself up and keep going. Because if you fall down and you quit, you don't get anywhere. But if you keep going, you will be victorious. You will win this game, okay? Let me know in the comments below, what have you done? Where are you at? Have you just bought your first? Are you trying to get your first? You trying to move up and get 5 or 6 or 10 or 20? Where are you at? Let me know below, all right? Good enough. I got some workers coming here any minute now, so I got to wrap this up. Take care. Mazske is signing out.